So I've got both here, but I did try switching over to Cox, and it seemed to be running just fine. So I've got both here, but I did try.
I'm not the only person on here with a backup internet
switching over to
connection.
Cox, and it seemed to be running just fine. No, and I have a trinary as well. So I've got both here.
If you count I'm not the only cell phone, I guess. I have a tertiary here.
Tertiary, yeah. Well, my router handles two WANs, but then I can also plug in a. I've got a hotspot that I can plug in as well.
Right.
And honestly, I have broadcast the show on the hotspot before. Like when I'm caught in a hotel room and Sloopy doesn't show up.
Bastard. Fire him. Or dock his pay. Or both.
Why is it when I watch my video, when I look at my video on Discord, this is the video from my color computer, it appears backwards to me, but everybody tells me it appears forward.
Yes.
Because
It's a
Discord
camera
is
setting.
stupid.
So normally it's doing that because when you have a webcam, you want to be able to point in the right direction, so it mirrors the image so that you point in the same direction that you are, like a mirror.
Yeah, it's
But it does that with the
makes
rest of the images.
because Discord won't pull the head out of their backside.
Gluteus maximus.
They
Yes.
could be an option like a tick mark in Zoom.
Oh well, the thing is that they have had a bug complaint about this for 8 years, and you used to be able to fix it in big files, and they pulled it out because people were quote unquote fixing it.
Messing around. Okay.
Yeah. Instead of making it an option, they just removed it. So you can't do anything about it. They refuse to fix it. Anytime you complain about it,
That sounds like every company ever.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a simple fix, and yet they still won't do about it. Annihilator?
I tried that pack droids. Yeah, I tried that pack droids, and about 10 minutes into that, and I thought, yeah, I'll never play this again ever.
I say that with all the games.
Yeah, good 2/3 of them anyway for me.
All right, let's see here. This may be the first time I've ever played this game, so it should be interesting.
And he
kind of looks like, I don't know. Anti mode, max mode, high res. Constant port A. Also need to do that. Might have another one too.
About a 6.5.
Okay,
So I don't understand what the purpose of this track is.
You never played Devious in the arcade?
No.
You're hovering over it.
just hovering over the road. You're following the road into.
Okay.
I get deaded.
If it moves, shoot it. If it doesn't move, shoot it. If it doesn't die, pick it up.
Output port right.
Well, what are you supposed to pick up?
Power ups.
Nothing. You're supposed to shoot and bomb things.
Not doing great here with finding a joystick that works.
Well, I managed to get 2,200 at one time.
Yay.
I've managed 0 so far. Doesn't
I
seem
am
to wreck.
coming up with a strategy.
Don't
Me
die.
too. I just
So what I'm finding, I'm using joystick mode 2 because mode 1 doesn't do crud other than one bullet at a time, really slow.
Close up of a
Which I guess is only bombs. But my joystick is only one button anyway.
Yeah, in mode 2, if you hold down the fire button, it drops a bomb.
All right, should we do a start of the show?
Yeah.
Sure.
Where's Ken?
I talk to you more than Ken.
We don't have our our minimum complement of Canadians yet.
Uh-oh.
We have
Only,
Frederick.
We have
only
one.
one.
You
We've only got the one.
We need 2.
No, minimum have one.
No, it's 2.
2?
All
We're
right.
getting a
One.
cease and desist from CBC.
Yeah, well, actually, Frederick doesn't count because he's French Canadian,
It doesn't count.
Still Canadian.
and so he's not
Yep.
a real Canadian.
They're their own separate country,
No.
or so they think.
French Canadian, I think. They know this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought they were just
Yeah.
all opinion and raw emotion.
no. They just think in French.
So it's a little skewed.
All right, so go on the
Hey.
road.
I have
do
many aunts, uncles, and cousins that are French Canadian.
do an actual intro.
Well, we get to swear in 2 languages, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it right, you only need to do it in one.
You can cuss an American out and he wouldn't know it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You could really insult someone without them knowing it.
All right. Where's that script? Welcome to another great episode of the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live. Episode 171. Wow. That means that we're coming up.
172.
Lord, we're coming up on 3 years.
Oh.
Holy Packard. That's a long time to be doing this.
Yes.
I guess there's no accounting for it. So this week we are playing Annihilator, and for another, and we're playing
Devious.
Devious. That's it. Yes,
Whoa.
which is a devious word. Join our panel of professional game players, including our Canadian. And we also got an official ruling. Trina says that Fred counts as a Canadian.
Yay.
So we've got Canadians on the show. We've got Canadians in the chat. We're good to stream in Canada.
We've met our quota.
Yes, we have quorum. So let's say hello to our end of players, and we'll start off with the aforementioned Canadian himself, Frederick. Hey, Frederick.
Hello, hello, hello. Well, it's great to have a face for radio and a voice for print. But
Yes.
it's snowing today, and I'll be able to use my snowblower that I bought 2 weeks ago, thinking that because I bought a snowblower, it wouldn't snow again. You know, spend all that money, and
Didn't work.
then cursed weather says, "Ha ha ha! You spent money on the snowblower. You're not. I'm not gonna snow."
Yeah, well, if you go and buy the snowblower so it doesn't snow a lot.
That's when you'll
Well,
get
at
that
least
thing
it
really
won't be
broke in.
back-breaking pain and shoveling.
Just
Yep.
be careful. If it gets known that you have a snowblower, you're going to have a lot of snow miniature.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we've
So-
increased the percentage of Canadians.
Ooh. Now we have another Canadian. That that man, that myth, that legend, L. Curtis Boyle. Hey, Curtis, how you doing?
Woohoo!
Oh, not too bad.
You sound happy.
Yeah. Real.
Nah, it's been a long day.
Well, I hope your evening improves, and it should, because you're playing on the CoCo. And continuing our list of professional game players, we have that Thunder from the South, the man, the myth, the senior intern for the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge, Jim Rye. How you doing, Jim?
Howdy, CoCo Nation. Why aren't you here?
Yeah, good question. All right, and then continuing on, we'll go right next to Jim and the junior intern, that man from oh, we don't actually have a description yet. Wingnut. Hey, Wingnut.
Hello.
Then continuing on, we have man behind everything, CoCo Nation. P.
Hello.
And let's see here. Oh yes, Drywater. Hey, Drywater, how you,
That's Mr. Drywater to you.
Mr. Drywater? Hey, read my contract again. So let's see here. That's everyone except for and who Waffle. All right. And let's look over at our chat. And we have a Trina from Trina's Techno Babble. If you're interested in watching M-Test 86 Plus, he's the place to go. And we also have Brian Walsh. And anyone else? We have Curtis in the chat also. And that's about it. So let's start playing our CoCos. Yay! So,
Anybody else on here have the Joey little
iRes.
joystick switch?
Nope.
I don't.
The what?
I saw
CoCo Man is Joey high-res joystick switch.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
you'll
I
need it
don't.
low res for this one if you have it plugged in.
Okay, so standard.
I think it's the right joystick for player one. If you do a single player game, I think in Devious anyway. For pack droids, personally, I think the keyboard's easier.
Is there a correction Devious?
I didn't see any.
Shoot it. And don't die.
There does not appear to be any on the archive.
Okay.
I do remember seeing them like 35 years ago when we had it in our club library, but I have no idea what happened to that.
So basically, don't die.
So if you're playing it, a couple things I would mention. There's 2 fire button modes. One requires you to use the keyboard and the joystick combined. I would not recommend that. That's mode 1. Mode 2 lets you fire rapid fire. If you keep clicking the button, you'll fire your 2-shot bullets. And you also drop bombs. If you hold down the joystick button, you'll just drop bombs. So if you're trying to hit something on the ground like a tank or one of the buildings, that'll be a lot easier. And if you have a CoCo 3 emulation or a CoCo 3, you can run the full double speed mode after load emming it before typing exec, and it runs a bit smoother too.
Wow.
Otherwise, yeah, it's Devious. A quick question: what skill level are we playing Devious on?
4.
4.
4? Okay. Remember Ken mentioned it. I just couldn't remember what he said.
And I think 4 may be a little too easy. I've been going for quite a while on this. Usually my old reflexes get me in trouble pretty quick on these games.
Can Annihilator be joystick?
Nope. Keyboard only. Arrow keys.
Up, down, bait.
And clear key, I think, is your smart bomb, if I remember. That one there is directions, but it's kind of hidden away.
That may be a little too fast.
What is?
Putting the double speed poke.
Well, that's what I'm doing right
You
now. It
did.
seems fine.
We'll take a look when mine fires up.
Can't. Middle of playing.
Well, it goes boop, 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 boop.
Did you do the poker or did you do like an emulator double speed thing?
No, I did the 65497, 0.
On which emulator?
VCC. Wow. Yeah, VCC. See?
Ready again.
Yeah, I can't play at this speed.
Backward. Oh, there we go. Grief, there's a lot going on here.
Okay, I had to look close and careful at that. So, Wingnut,
With that.
with your hands positioned as they are, covering up your shorts, it almost looked like you weren't wearing it.
Oh. No, the rest is short I am.
It's like I had to double check that. After all, this is a family-friendly show. I need new glasses anyway.
Oh, that was not fair. I'm missing something here. Let's blow up. Let's blow up. I know.
How did I die?
question you really only hear in video games.
Yay, that's the second wave. Yay, I died immediately. I think that's going to
What's your score?
be 700.
Okay.
On which game?
Annihilator.
One player. That's two. Oh. Oh.
Hey,
A
Ron.
lot easier. Oh, now I found the bomb.
So one thing I've been doing with Annihilator is on the ground things, just kind of put the target a little ahead of them and let them come into the target.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, it seems like when you go chasing them, that's when you get hit with bullets or other enemies or whatever.
Right.
Oh,
Curtis, Trina has a question for that when
Okay. Heh, when do I start the news? Not till Saturday, or my voice will totally give out by then.
I ask is there like an official on Saturday? Is there an official Q&A kind of session, or is it just?
We can. We have the intros for it. Just haven't used them in a bunch of years.
I think Ron had some questions, and I definitely have some questions.
For
questions
sure.
about what?
Nitrous 9.
Yeah, those questions that you have are well beyond my knowledge.
I was able to get Nitrous 9 to run, but it won't recognize the 6309. It'll only run in the 6809 mode.
Yeah, there's a different download for each of the two chips.
Right there, and I got the right download, but it wouldn't run. It would just kind of freeze up and not do anything. So when I downloaded the 6809 version, that worked fine.
Are you running emulator or real hardware?
Real hardware.
Oh, that's odd.
As far as I know, the chip is installed properly. I haven't had any other problems.
Well, I mean, if it's installed backwards, it's not going to quite work at all.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty dumb, but not that bad.
Yeah, because I run the 609 version here all the time on my real hardware, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe try re-downloading it though, because I have heard from people that occasionally the download gets screwed up and then you re-download it works.
I can do that.
And you didn't download the Gimme X version, did you? Just the regular 609?
Right.
Well. Look who snuck in.
Who, where, what, when, why?
Yes, W5.
That's a famous show that I think most of the Americans here won't have a clue what we're talking about.
Yep.
Oh my God, what the hell is this stuff? What the hell are these mirror-looking things?
Oh yeah, you can't shoot them.
Yeah, you gotta just dodge them. It's just like the real arcade game.
Is this? What are those like those prisons on Superman? The fortress, or not the.
Phantom
What do they
Zone?
call those things?
Phantom
Yeah,
Zone.
the Phantom Zone. That. Damn, I was doing fine until they showed up.
Game over, man. Game over.
I have to say it is a lot easier with just regular speed instead of double speed.
It's like game over, man.
So what did I miss at the beginning of the show?
I found the mothership or something. We were making fun of Canadians.
Yeah, you weren't there to bolster our spirits.
That's just because they're jealous we won the hockey tournament.
Yep, pretty much.
There was a hockey tournament?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get you next year.
Holy. Somebody's starting to bang on the keyboard. I'd be really good at this game if I wasn't so bad at it. I had a tragic event this week. I found a dead pixel in my TV. Oh, man.
Some people find dead pixels, some people find dead rats.
I'm not sure what could be worse.
Wasn't that a movie or something? Had a quote like, I see dead pixels.
It's not actually completely dead. It's just kind of half dead, but it's still bad enough to make me want to buy a new TV.
Yep, because you'll always notice it.
Yep. I tested the TV when I first got it. I there's a website that is just all white or all black, and I tested it out, and it looked fine then. The other day, I noticed something, and I got up thinking it was a piece of dust, or I'd sneezed on the TV or something, and it wouldn't wipe off. Told the guy at work about it. He acted like I told him that my significant other died. I know, man, it's pretty bad. I think I'm going to get an OLED this time.
There you go.
Good thing I don't drive as bad as flying a car than flying a spaceship.
It helps if your car can shoot missiles and drop bombs.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I want a tank so I can crush other cars on the highway.
I'd like to have something that would just disable the car completely, so they can just kind of drift off to the side of the road.
Well, actually, I'd like a flying car. Where are the flying cars?
I think people drive
Yeah.
bad enough at 2D. I don't know if I'd want to see it in 3D.
Yeah,
I want a jetpack.
as much fun as I think that would be, I'm sure I'd end up dead after a week.
Yeah,
I'd come in
probably
too hard.
your knees would get shot by landing.
Uh-huh. My friend has a kite. It has a 12 horsepower magnesium motor on it. And you run, you take off, and you fly with it. And you land just like that. You land like a goose landing. I'm not going to do it.
Sure.
Remember the series Saturday Morning Arc 2?
Is that recent or old?
And the people that say yes, you've just shown your age.
What was it called?
Arc 2.
No, I
Never
don't
heard.
remember that one.
Really cool truck. It had a monkey in it, and the guy had a jetpack.
Oh, you're thinking BJ and the Bear.
Nope, no.
Before that,
It's a sci-fi one.
early 70s, as I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No, I don't remember
watched
that
a
one.
lot of TV back then, but I don't remember that.
I think if you saw some images, you'd remember.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to
I must have
admit
been
that
too
I'm
busy
that
watching
old.
the $6 Million Man or something.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Kind of before that, about the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That was hardly fair.
Yeah. 1976.
Oh, that's well after $6 Million Man. That started in like 70. Well, the movies I think were in
Or?
72, and the main TV show in 74.
Did they kill that mothership looking thing?
Well, I can't seem to go further than 1,300 points. Actually,
which one?
last week I got a better score.
Oh, Annihilator.
Hey,
Box I got.
No.
Oh,
I see there's going to be a VCF Montreal this year.
Next
Yeah.
year.
Next year.
Was it next year?
Yeah, 26.
Oh,
Can't
wow.
wait.
Oh, I missed
For
that.
sure, I'm going to that one.
Is it?
If I'm not going, somebody shoot me, please.
We will come do it personally.
Didn't we have this discussion? What did I tell you years ago? And if you do this, you're gonna have a child like your brother.
Orphaned? I mean, disowned.
My son and his girlfriend just gave me and evidently pregnant.
Face palm.
Trust me, son. You may not be carrying the baby, but you are quote unquote pregnant. I am so sorry. Congratulations.
They just
Man.
dropped this on you in the middle of game night.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You
apparently.
never know what's going to happen on here. Holy cow.
No. It's like Thanksgiving dinner.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Mom and
I'm
Dad,
gonna
I'm
have to
gay.
go.
Oh, I've got the theme to that cartoon Masks in my head.
I posted a link to IMDb for Arc 2 TV series. If you go
In
through
the
the
middle of a
pictures, you'll
game.
see the jetpack and the vehicle.
Hey, good thing. Yeah, you've that was about your age when I started to have.
Oh, come on.
When I started having
Wow, Sloopy, I see 7 live captures and 3 video streams.
Yeah, have we had 10 streamers before?
Oh, quick, before the official count, I better leave.
we don't count you anyway. Ow! Where's the button for this? Okay. You have all the shit, 10,000.
Yeah, you're
That's how that turned.
Black and white. I need to flip that switch.
And all of
All of the
us.
thousands of people who are watching the stream.
And the dozens that watch this live stream. Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Gotta get another mirror face.
Loopy. Look at that. There's
Is this your first time as a grandfather? Is this going to be your first trip as a grandfather? Yes, I mean, wow. Thought for a minute you were going to say that kids in the basement had a.
Welcome to the club, Loopy.
yeah. Yeah, we're all kids in the basement pretty much.
Wait, you mean that houses have upstairs?
I don't know. I'm not allowed upstairs in mine.
No, me neither.
My chain doesn't
Well,
reach that far.
congratulations. I guess we won't see you much anymore since you'll be babysitting.
The chain doesn't reach that far. We have to come up with a new generation of color computer enthusiasts, or we're gonna all die off. We can't count on Ron to carry on the generation, carry on the torch. All right, either this game is remarkably easy or I'm good at it, so I'm guessing it's really easy. And
Oh,
Not a terribly hard
what's our
game.
You can play it at CoCo 3 double speed if you want to give it more of a challenge.
16-180? That's my best so far. My third game. Now I need a cherry cola.
won't you? What the heck? I don't need to be a daddy. I'm 55.
Oh man.
Oh, let's watch this professional Canadian.
You better be talking about Frederick.
Oh. This professional Canadian player is not that far east.
Curtis.
Keep going.
Let's see.
So what's this with Annihilator where it's really slow going up and down and really fast going left to right?
That's just the way it was programmed. And if you're going to complain about it, then you are officially volunteering to fix it.
Usual story on this show. Don't like it? You can fix it.
Hey, you just need 9 points. Oh, you got there. Oh, you blew that thing up.
Blowed it up real good.
It was a hamster Huey.
I'll blow it up. I'll blow it up real good.
So, hamster Huey in the
No.
not a Calvin and Hobbes fan.
Spaceman Spit.
I've read it.
Yeah. The book that he always wanted read to him at night was Huey Kablooey.
Okay. I will believe you on that one.
I just destroyed an entire wave of aliens in Annihilator with one bomb. That was crazy.
Used a smart bomb?
Yeah. They were all grouped together on the same screen.
I don't know.
Well, smart bombs are better than dumb bombs.
I don't know how to use it.
Clear.
It's the clear
button.
key. So if you're playing
Probably your home key.
It's home. Yeah, it's the home key if you're using actual.
I wouldn't.
Unless you have a real CoCo.
Closer to.
You know, you could remap stuff.
That's I
Going up
barely
to the
figured
show
out
is
how
work.
to play. Barely figured out how to play OS9 so I could play that other game.
Which one, Gem Quest?
Yes.
I got an update from Floyd. He's expanding the game now.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Is it Gym Quest 2 or?
Yeah.
Gym
He's
Quest
already
the sequel? Or?
He's got 2 extra monsters now in there. And he's working on some other changes.
So we're in the same memory requirements?
Yeah.
So we pulled another author out of retirement.
Yep.
Yay for us.
That's cool. People doing what they like to do.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that think back and go, wow, I could have done better at that, or I wish I would have done this instead.
And then there's a lot of people that probably go, well, I would pull that out again, but then everybody's just going to feature creep me, so.
And they're forced me to go on this live stream, and then they're going to, feature creep me to death. Yeah, it's very disconcerting not being linear. The up and down, left and right, and the shooting. It's like.
Well, you better fix that, Mark.
What's that?
Wrong
Other
Mark.
Unless you're volunteering to fix the game, Mark. Other Mark. First Mark.
Other Mark.
I don't know.
I would end up turning it into a virus.
They're marking everyone tonight.
Yeah, well, at least it won't affect too many machines.
Yes, everybody here is now called Mark.
Mark B, I have a question for you.
Didn't we do that before?
We did.
Question for me?
No, from Mark B.
What's that?
Yes, L. Mark.
Did you actually run a ribs, or were you just a tester?
A buddy of mine ran ribs.
Okay.
I happen to have a copy of it still here.
Yeah, because I just got the source code for the last version by Wes Gale and Charles West there, and I saw your name in the credits. I never ran it myself. Bill ran it, but
my buddy who ran ribs was Charles West.
oh, okay, yeah, because he's the one who took it over from Ron Byler.
Yeah.
Because Ron's been asking for the source because he lost it, so Wes found it and I sent it off to him. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Chuck still lives, well, at least in the same county. I still do, but we were buddies back in the day.
Does he still have a CoCo?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Oh, next time you do, ask him maybe. Might get the old gang together, the Ribs guys.
Okay.
That's how Mark B got name credit in Ribs BBS.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's what Curtis said. It said your name is in the source code.
Oh, okay.
Well, part of the testing, I think, the testers
testing.
they were mentioning. But I didn't know if he did get involved or not, so yeah, I was kind of curious.
I forget exactly what I did the day, but actually I have a, I think I have a backup of the of his ribs still on floppies here.
The source code or the executable?
I don't know. The discs just say ribs.
Okay.
Because
Wes found the actual source code, which is what Ron wanted, so I sent him that.
Ribs. Now I'm hungry.
Let's see. Where's
Ribs.
I'll have to look at it closer. So I'm sure I was really just someone who tries to break it.
Okay, so you didn't do any coding, or you didn't run one as one of the FidoNet nodes or anything?
I don't think so. I think I was just helping sys off it or something. Because I think we also ran a copy for our local club.
Okay.
And maybe that's why I ended up with a copy of it over here.
Offsite backup?
Yeah.
Somebody.
Well, it was legally free to download. I mean, having the executable is a free download on CompuServe and Delphi. So, but the source wasn't really handed out except for people that actually did development.
So now you got me flipping through discs here to see if I can find that pack.
This user interface is too difficult.
Well, here's the club roster. Ah, there we go. 1, 2. Okay, so I think his website he ran was BitHeaven.
That sounds right, because there was an Arrakis one. There was
yeah.
I can't remember what Bill's was called. He had a node too. He ran for a while.
So I've got the 2 personality discs for BitHeaven, and then several discs that are just like Ribs work files, Ribs games, util updates, and then Ribs 210.
Yeah, 210's the last version they publicly released.
Okay, I've got a disc that says 210 or original, and then the BitHeaven files. And I can't remember what BitHeaven, which website that was, whether that was a club or his had to be Arrakis, because he certainly is a big Dune fan. Do you ever look at the European users group discs I sent you?
I did. I've got about 8 archive disks now, hard drive images I have to go through. So.
Okay, because that had a lot of source code for some of the utilities and some of the core OS 9.
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
All right, now I gotta put all this stuff.
I got a Nitrous 9 question. Unless you guys want to wait till Saturday, no big deal.
Sure.
I'm trying to so I did the DW disk create for drive wire, and I mounted it in drive 1. I'm trying to format it in Nitrous 9 and use it. Is that possible?
I have no idea. I have never used DriveWire.
Okay.
Hopefully somebody else has.
So what's with the joystick being upside down?
Shoot.
Okay, can anybody hear my name?
Barely.
My audio gets
Hey, Ken, I actually kind of like this week's game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you sick? Or
Oh, don't worry. I'll choose something next week that'll be worse.
Keep big games like this, people will start to like you.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's why I have to pick something worse.
You'll be set for life.
Yeah, the one thing I like about this game is the pseudo wireframe graphics.
Yeah. Almost has like a vector scan feel to it.
Yeah, bit of a kind of like Tron, a bit like you're in the Tron universe.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that actually is? Why it looks like that? In the original game, it looks like a bunch of landing strips, like Nazca line kind of stuff in the original arcade game. That's why this looks like it the way it does.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have the original game behind me, so
I played a ton of it. I never played it in the arcade. I played it a ton on the 7800, the Atari 7800. That was where I mainly played it.
I absolutely suck at it, but I have it.
Mm-hmm. I played this one a lot in the arcade back in the day.
I think I can live about 5 minutes in this game, in the real arcade game, if
Yeah.
that.
That's pretty good for an arcade game. They don't like you being on them that long.
Well, I used to be really good at a lot of arcade games. Ms. Pac-Man, I could play that for about half an hour on a quarter.
Oh, really? No, I never got that good.
I was never nearly as good as second Pac-Man, but
Tempest and Dig Dug were the only two I was ever really good at.
I have
Yeah,
to
all right,
admit,
Dig
I was never good at any of them.
No?
Hand-eye coordination, just not my thing.
I wonder. I think probably Ms. Pac-Man was my best game when I was young.
That's interesting because Miss Pac-Man has randomization things in it that Pac-Man didn't. It was actually tougher to play.
Whereas I was way better at it than the original Pac-Man.
I was better at it, but I was never really good at it.
There's a real interesting article in Fast Company about the guys that developed Miss Pac-Man. Did you realize that it's actually based as a mod on Pac-Man? You have to take a Pac-Man board and then mod it for Ms. Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was done by people not officially hired either.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It was a bunch of MIT engineering students that modded it.
Then they said, hey, that's really good. Let's make it a video game.
Originally, it was, I think, Defender? No, Missile Command. They modded Missile Command to make it more challenging. Get better plays, more plays. Quarters.
They also helped develop the hardware for the Atari 7800 and programmed several of the release games.
Yeah, I saw that too. And the article in Fast Company was really interesting. The one guy, I don't remember his name, his daughter is 25 and she's complaining, Dad, I'm 25 and I haven't made a killer video taking over the world. It's like, well, dear, you can't win all of them.
Well, this sucks. I actually got my best game on Annihilator, and I didn't get a chance to grab the screenshot, and I'm trying to go back through the stream. and it's so small
gonna-
on the bottom that I can't read its damn scores.
Oh,
That's why I run mine through a capture into OBS and then stream that. Do a local recording. I go back and cherry pick the frame I want.
That's too much like work to me.
Curtis is just all virtualization.
Yeah, if I'm going to capture anything.
You could install OBS though on your Mac, Curtis, and then actually screen capture your game, your emulator, and just do a local recording. That way you'd always have a good copy.
I'm not that caring about it.
Now, me, it's practice with OBS for, live streaming stuff. So,
Because Annihilator doesn't have a high score thing either, does it?
yeah, there's or Annihilator. I don't think it does.
Annihilator, if you don't get you got about, I don't know, 5 seconds to grab your score. Otherwise, it's gone forever.
Yep. That's what happened. I might have been able to read it, except somebody zoomed up some idiot Canadian game player instead of me. And I can't read.
Hey, you be nice to Frederick.
Well, I was going to pounce on Curtis for dissing Frederick.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Curtis, you be nice to Frederick. Don't call him an idiot game player. Just because he's from Quebec.
I know I got between 10 and 20,000, but I don't remember the score.
We don't game French.
Somebody got any AI to zoom up a 7 screen?
Yeah, I think it will take 15 hours to process the video to get a decent image for rescaling it. Hey, Henry?
Well, that blows.
Oh no, my CoCo 3 just crashed.
Ooh, pretty.
That's what happens when I program something. New screensavers.
What, you make a waterfall?
Open the hole to the matrix.
That's not the Matrix, that's a waterfall.
That's what it looks like to me. Look any better in RGB?
I think
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Mark is making a new game.
The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah, I need to grab a screenshot of that puppy.
I'll send you one.
Use that as the at the very end of the outro.
I'm recording this, so let me capture a few more seconds of it.
Print screen, quick. Got a higher score this time.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Obviously, it's running, doing animation through the display memory, but now it's in text mode.
Wow.
So it's still running code then, huh?
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
Yeah, I'd probably reset the VDG register of the SAM.
yeah, it's a CoCo 3.
Okay, the emulated VDG register of the SAM.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever it was, it's unrecoverable, I guess. Shoot. So is anybody playing Devious on double speed?
Yeah,
Oh, that's way too fast for me.
I am not a masochist.
Here's Mocha. Mark.
All right. Okay. That.
There, Curtis. If you don't catch a screenshot now, you're highlighted. So.
Ah, shooting it at the key. God damn it.
10,100.
Is that what I had?
10,100.
Okay. Let's catch up on the stream here and screenshot the stream. Nowhere near what I had before, but at least it's over 10,000. Okay, you can highlight another player now. If you haven't already.
I can, but
All right. Where'd I put it?
Wait, why am I being muted again?
Seems like the right thing to do.
It's never the right thing to do.
You were the only person playing when I did the highlight.
Oh, okay. So I'm the winner by default.
Is Mark still around? Mark Bosley?
Yeah.
If you highlight my screen, I got a mention of his name in the Ribs docs.
Huh.
With his fake net address.
Okay. What's I'm not. I don't remember FakeNet.
Which is /6809, which I like.
I must have ran a BBS for a while because I know I have when I refurbished my multi-pack a few years ago, it was jumpered with the
the
select
RQ hack.
lines. Yeah, and I have a second serial pack that was jumpered to the second address. So I must have ran at least some sort of a BBS. I just don't remember it. I wonder if mine was Bit Heaven. I don't remember.
That I don't know.
I know Chuck ran Arrakis.
Here's some of the credits for one of the Basic 9 programs where it says Ron Bile or expanded for 2.10 by Charles West. I know Charles and Bill talked back and forth along with Wes when they were doing some updates, especially when Nitrous 9 came out.
Yeah.
What's that?
What language is it?
This particular module is in Basic 9. It's a mixture of assembly and Basic 9.
What do you want, dog?
I guess I'm going to have to set my CoCo back up and have a look at those discs.
Snooper working in overtime. I'm sorry, but it's all gone.
Look at this.
I know this is riveting for the game fans in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people are watching. I'm watching.
Should go through and optimize this. Actually, we can maybe get it running on one of these new ESPs or whatever. 'Cause I think there's still some FidoNet BBS is on Telnet or online now.
Oh yeah, they are. There definitely are. There's a couple you can still dial up,
Oops.
and there's some that you can access via radio too.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm back.
Boy, old age sure kind of sucks. I've totally forgotten all of this. Yeah, like I said, I must have ran some sort of a bulletin board back then.
I was
Ow!
running the OS 9 Level 2 Alpha BBS at this time, with 2 lines coming in until I discovered how expensive phone bills got.
Yeah, because they were still, at least down here, like $40 a month per line.
Yeah. And all the long distance calling, you waited till after midnight, so it was cheaper to forward the mail and the echoes and stuff. It looks like some of this was updated in 94, and some of it's older from 92, 93. And this, folks, is why you should always type in the date and time into OS 9 if you don't have a real-time clock. Actually, that's only if you're programming.
I do remember the Arrakis BBS was set up on at least 2 hard drives.
Yeah, I can't remember. Bill, when he first started, I think he was just running his Sardis controller, but I think he had 2 or 3 3.5s. And he had the 8K cache, no-halt floppy controller, so he'd basically read an entire track at a time and keep it in RAM.
One of the other guys we knew at the time, Eric, I think his name was, he had managed to hook up 8-inch drives to the CoCo.
Really?
Why would you want to do that?
He had them.
Because you can?
Yeah, he did.
No!
Oh yeah, here's the main credits thing. Ron Byler, the original brains behind this call concept. Over 70% of the code for RIP still remains his. And then Charles took it over in 82 or 92 in April. Thanks for some great programming partners this past year: Wes Gale, Bill Noble, and Norman Room, who also did, I think, Unzip or something, didn't he? He did one of the compression utilities. Also, Brian Stewart, I remember he had boards. Gene Clifton, I recognize that name. Mark Bosley, there you are again. Here, I'll put you.
Oh, okay. So he's got me as a tester. Yeah, I'm sure I probably did test it pretty good.
Yeah, Tom Brewer, John White. Warren Rack ran one too.
So, I mean, both live here in the city, so it was local call for me.
And then it mentions Reiser Slawinski, who actually did do a little bit of development, I found. Dave Carver and Phil Ziegler. Phil Ziegler, I remember him on the Echoes. I don't remember Dave Carver.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, all the third parties. Oh, here you go. There you go, Mark.
Yeah, there's Arrakis. Yep.
So that would have been Chuck's?
Yep, that was Chuck's.
9600 baud. Oh, he was advanced for the time.
Yeah. 752 prefix was in the area he lived in.
There's Warren's Ocean Beach. I remember that one. 2400 baud. That was. I wonder if he's still around. And they have a whole bunch of third-party stuff you could add in if you wanted to get it to run better.
Oh, man. All right.
Yeah, let's bring back some memories. Actually, I've sped up Basic 9 a bit now. I wonder what that would run like now. So, Mark, would you have enough memory, or at least if you got looking into it again, would you have enough to actually figure out how to get one of these online again?
Probably not. But I still have the discs, so. And I have reverted my multi-pack back to stock.
Yeah, well, you can program it around. It's just inefficient because it basically means you have to pull and switch ports every 60th of a second to save if there's an interrupt waiting, which is dumb.
Yeah, so I had there's
the strap line
straps.
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it at work too. Well, we had three slots had serial ports. One of them had 4 serial ports in one slot.
So mine was full. I had of course the floppy, the hard drive controller, and 2 serial ports.
Yeah, we had the Eliminator, which was 2 serial and 1 parallel, plus the real-time clock and an auto boot ROM, plus the hard drive and floppy drive controller was all in one card. Then we had the COM4 board, which is 4 6551 serial ports, and then we had.
So I'm not sure why I had 2 serial ports because I only had, I think, just one 2400 baud modem. And I certainly didn't have any more than one phone line.
Well, it depends. Did you have a standard Radio Shack serial card, or did you have one of the
Radio Shack one?
Okay. Because the 6552, the Eliminator used, which Bill made a second board with just that on there too. It was 2 serial ports per chip.
That was a 6552?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good one. It didn't have all the bugs the 6551 had.
Yeah,
well, that's only Western Design Center that has it, not the Rockwell.
Yeah, I had 2 packs, and the second one was jumpered to be like the same address as the modem pack.
Modem pack, yeah, that was a common one.
It was like one cut. I still got it back in the closet.
Yeah, the 6552 came in the Eliminator, so we had 2 serial ports on there right off the hop, and then Bill added a second one of those. Then we had the COM4 board with 4 6551 chips. Then he added a parallel to add to the one we had on the Eliminator, so we had 3 parallel and 8 serial ports.
You know, because I always wonder, why do I have so many OS9 boot discs in my collection?
Yeah, well, this one I remember you had to like custom merge your run B and stuff here only for ribs. You wouldn't be able to run it with anything else properly. And you guys had to use a driv or maybe SCACIA or something to get better buffering for the serial ports. So run quicker, not lose data.
I must have used mine to test some of his modules and stuff.
Yeah, if you ever get a hold of them again, we should have them on and talk about the history of ribs, because that's actually a pretty important part of the CoCo history that people around at the time definitely knew about, but that quit way earlier or way later, I don't think would have known.
I know he's still on Facebook. Actually, my wife has more contact with him than I do.
What are you saying?
He had a shot just like I did.
Oh shoot!
Oh yeah, here's all the modules. Who did
Okay,
what?
I got one more question.
Shoot!
How can I get a copy of Nitrous 9 Level 1 on a 5 1/4 floppy?
Sorry, what was that? How do you get?
Is there a way to get a copy of it on a floppy?
You said Nitrous 9 Level 1?
Yeah.
Do you have an STC?
No. I just got the floppy drive working, so I can run it off a disk, but I don't know how to get it to the disk. I'm trying to think of a good way to do that.
The version
Well,
of
have you got
Nitrous 9?
DrawFire working? Like under disk basic?
Yes, but when I use the disk drive, I have to use a disk off command, and it totally shuts off DriveWire. I was hoping I could use like DriveWire to boot off of disk 0, and then use the disk drive for disk 1, but it won't allow me to do that.
Okay, because I was going to suggest if you can get it to mount the drive wire as drive 1 or something, and your real floppy drive is drive 0, you should be able to just do a backup 1 to 0.
Does Nitrous 9
whatever your
fit
drive
on one
numbers are.
floppy?
Level 1, well, I don't know how those guys are building it these days, but you definitely did when you bought it from Tandy.
I think it does, yeah.
Because the backup command will do a 35 track single sided disc just fine. So if you can get one that's 35 single track, or sorry, single sided, double density 35 track, you should be able to, if you can mount in drive wire, you should be able to just do a backup.
Yeah.
The literal command backup from the drive wire drive number to the physical one.
Were you wanting OS9 or Nitrous 9?
Nitrous 9.
Did you do one in level 1?
Oh, I didn't back in the day, but Boys and them did, and I have contributed some stuff to it later. So yes, there is one.
Okay.
That's what the Dragon runs if they want to run Nitrous 9 too. But like if you mount a drive wire disc, can you dir it? I mean, if you dir an OS9 disc, it'll look like garbage. But does that work for you?
Yeah, but if I turn off the drive wire disk, it doesn't matter which disk it is. It turns off all the disks. It only allows me to access the physical disk drive. I was hoping there was a command that I could, do what you were saying there.
Why don't you just have your real disk drive as drive 0 and drive wire is drive 1?
Because when I turn the drive wire off, when I turn the disk command off, it shuts off all the drive wire, so there's no disks accessible.
Why are you turning it off then? Can't you run both at the same time?
I don't think. Well, I have to in order to run the physical disk, according to the manual.
No. You don't.
Okay.
You don't turn it off. Set your physical drive to 0.
Okay.
Your drive wire to 2. Then be able to access both with no problems.
Yeah, and then you can do like a backup 2 to 0. As long as you have a 35 track single sided image. Then you can start mucking and getting bigger drive images and stuff. But that should get you started.
So there you go.
Sloopy, you're much more familiar with DriveWire than me, so you can help him with that side of things because I don't run it.
Well, he's already got DriveWire set up, and that's part of it.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm going to call it a night now. So
do you want me to set up? Do you want me to set up the physical drive is drive 1, drive 0, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll do a DW
And DriveWire has to be 2 and 3, Sloopy.
No,
0.
you can set it to any of the 4 drives.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to eject all the discs except for number 1, which I'm going to make the Nitrous 9 disc.
Yeah, if it hopefully it's a 35 track single sided image. That's the one thing I'm worried about, depending which one you downloaded. Because the back of command's too stupid to do larger drives.
You're right. I have to download the actual disk image instead of using the DriveWire boot. That's right. Okay.
All right, I'm going to end the show. Over and
All right, there we go.
thank you everyone for tuning in. Another great episode of the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live. Join us Saturday when we will be announcing scores for Annihilator, and we will also be doing project updates edition. And for those that are so inclined, we will also be doing the news with L. Curtis Boyd. I can't wait for that. Then we also will have on High Council announcing the game for next week, which you can join us next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, for the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live. So, see you there.